Hello and welcome back to Geek and Seek. A month or two ago, I did my first arena gameplay, had a lot of fun with that, so we're back, and we're going to be doing this monthly now. Once a month, we're going to be hopping into arena, so let me know if there are certain decks and certain formats you would like to see. I'll be keeping an eye in the comments, and we'll hopefully build some really cool stuff. But today, we're focusing on a card that I wanted to make a video for a while ago. This is Amalia. Most importantly, whenever you gain life, she explores, and then you destroy all creatures if her power is exactly 20. I know we're just about to hop into a new set in just a few days, but we have to highlight this card one more time. As some of you probably already know, it goes infinite with Wildgrowth Walker, which for 2 mana is an elemental that says whenever a creature you control explores, you put a 1/1 counter on it, and then you gain 3 life. So when you gain that life, Amalia is going to explore, which is going to trigger the Wildgrowth Walker to make you gain life, and so on and so forth. So then you're just going to be left with a giant vampire that hopefully can kill your opponent. Also, part of why it's taking so long to get this video out is when I originally built this deck, it was supposed to just be like an explore deck, and the problem is a bunch of 1 and 2 mana creatures that ETB explore. Not very good, so I ended up just scrapping that plan and just going with basically the same deck that's really popular in Pioneer right now. Luckily, on Explorer, on Magic Arena, we basically have the whole deck, so we're not really missing out on much. So other than our 2 combo pieces, we mostly just have ways to enable it. In order to get the loop started, we have to have our 2 combo pieces in play, and then we either need to gain life or explore. We have Gilded Goose, which is a kind of a mana dork, but it's also going to leave behind this food token that we can crack it if we need to in order to gain life and start the loop. And then we have, for 1 mana, Seeing Scout, which is a enter the battlefield merfolk and it explores. We have Lunarch Veteran, which is whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. And then similarly, we have a playset of Prosperous Innkeeper, which you're going to gain the life when a creature enters, but it's also going to give us a treasure token, which will help us ramp into our game plan a little bit faster. And then we just have some ways to protect our combo with Return to the Ranks. If our combo pieces get removed, this is a good way to get them back. And then we also have 2 Court of Callings. This will let us tutor for our combo pieces if we need to. And then we also have a playset of Collected Company. This is going to let us dig through our deck a little bit deeper, hopefully find some of our combo pieces. If not, it's going to find us our enablers. Every creature in here is either a combo piece or enabling the combo. As far as removal goes, we have a playset of Go for the Throat, and then we also have 2 copies of Get Lost. Get Lost is honestly pretty impressive. I think that this deck could probably be running 3 or 4 instead of just the 2, but here we are. Notably, yesterday when I was playing this deck, I did end up Get Losting on my own creature so that I got these map tokens so that when it got back to my turn, I could just start the combo loop with the map token. So that's kind of funny. That's not going to happen very often, but it is something that can happen. I will say one thing that's different about this deck as opposed to the actual version that people are playing in Pioneer is that this mana base is objectively not optimized. When I originally built this deck, it was, again, the Explorer deck, so I was running a playset of Endatha Triumph, which we still are today, because I was thinking, oh, you're going to fill up your hand with a bunch of lands, and now, you're going to be able to cycle away the Triumphs if you don't need them later in the game. Well, now that's just a little bit slow and clunky with what our mana base looks like now, but it's okay. And then we also should probably be running more of these fast lands. We have Razor Verge Thicket, enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands, taps for a green and a white. And then we also have a Blooming Marsh, which is the same thing except taps for a green or a black. I only have one of each of those in my arena collection right now, but if you were to optimize this land base, you would probably want to run at least a couple more of those. The only other thing worth mentioning about the mana base is we do have a single Boseiju, just as an extra piece of removal if we really need it. And then we also have 2 Field of Ruins just to deal with any pesky creature lands, because there's a lot of those. As far as the sideboard goes, this is my first time testing out gameplay for best of 3, so we're going to give it a try, see how it goes. So for sideboard, we have a playset of Gaia's Blessing. It's an extra layer of if people get rid of our combo pieces, we might be able to get them back, and it's also good protection against mill decks. We have 3 Assassin's Trophies, just in case we need a little bit more removal. We have a playset of Farewell because, well, it's just kind of the best sweeper. It is 6 mana, which kind of sucks, but we do have the Prosperous Innkeepers, which are going to give us the treasure, and then we do have the Gilded Goose, which is kind of a mana dork if we keep the food tokens around, so we hopefully can get there in time if we really need it. And then we have a playset of Leyline of the Void in case we're going against pesky graveyard decks. So that is the Amalia Exploring combo. Explorer, very similar to the Pioneer deck, so let's hop into the ladder and see how we go. If you like Geek and Seek and would like to continue seeing us make videos, consider becoming a patron. Joining us on Patreon also means you get to join us on Discord where you can hang out and talk Magic. And if you can't support us financially, you can help us out by just checking out some of our other videos and interacting by liking and subscribing. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm hoping that the suboptimal mana base doesn't come back to bite us. I thought about maybe finally biting the bullet and spending some money on some arena so that I could, get those last few wild cards to optimize the mana base, but oh, look at this. Mana base is already screwing us over. Well, we have one of the combo pieces. We have all of our colors, except all of our lands are going to come in. I don't know. This is fine. It's not good, but it's okay. All right, they're just going to play a Triumph Pass. They're playing Karuga, so I guess they're just playing like a bunch of big stuff, so I guess that's cool. So let's drop the Razor Virgin. I guess we'll play this Lunarch Veteran that we just drew. All right, they're just going to play another Triumph Pass. We don't have a way to get Amalia down. I think we're just going to play the Woodland Cemetery, even though it's going to enter tapped, just so we have our black mana. Let's go ahead and get in a chip of damage. Oh, come on. Boo. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and explore, I guess, with the Scout. We already have an Amalia in hand. We can put that into our graveyard. That definitely gives away what we're doing, though. Our opponent definitely knows what we're doing now. Oh, great. Perfectly fair and balanced card, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I wonder if we just go ahead and Boseiju the Fable before they get the card advantage off of it. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and play the Field of Ruin, so we get an untapped land. We'll tap that for a colorless, and we'll go ahead and Boseiju, channel, go ahead and get rid of the Fable before they get the card advantage out of it. All right, they're going to grab another Triome. Let's go ahead and see if they'll trade. I don't think they would, but yeah, that's what I figured. All right, we'll go ahead and play out the Goose. And we'll get a food token. This is really not going very well, though. Heliod, okay, interesting. Oh, and they're going to get the Fable back. That's annoying. Well, I guess we take the 2. All right, we drew a Get Lost. The problem is there's just so much crap that just needs dealt with. I think this is definitely a game where we're going to bring in those farewells. I think we play Amalia. Yeah, let's play Amalia. We're going to play the Sun Petal Grove. Yeah, all these tapped lands, they're hurting us. We didn't draw any of our typed lands. I guess we're just going to pass. We'll hold up this Get Lost. We still have the Goose, so we can actually cast this. Question is what do we get rid of? Probably not the Fiery Emancipation. Okay, they're just going to pay 3 to put Karuga into their hand. Temporary Lockdown. That's really annoying. Okay, so answer is that's what we're going to get lost. All right, so all of our stuff's going to go bye-bye. Oh, no! Oh, I'm an idiot. We were supposed to get lost that before that. Yeah, we needed to cast the Get Lost, but that's still on the stack because we lost our mana dork. Well, guys, this is going to turn into a grind fest with us on top deck mode. So we're going to go ahead and concede and go to game 2. We're going to definitely bring in those farewells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably all of them, right? Most of their removal is going to be enchantment based, so we probably don't need these return to the ranks. I could probably go down a Go for the Throat. I feel like Court of Calling tends to just be kind of slow, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those, I guess. That might be wrong, but that's what we're going to do. Leyline of the Void, I didn't mean to add that. Get out of here with that. I guess we'll add an Assassin's Trophy. Do we just run it back like that? Yeah, I guess that's what we do. Let's see if we can beat Domain. Domain is such a ridiculous deck. It seems like a deck that shouldn't work, but it does. We're going to play first, sure. Yeah, this suboptimal land base is really coming back to bite us. Why not? We'll mulligan. Oh, no, this is worse. Okay, well, at least we have the Triumph, so all of these lands are going to come in untapped. I guess we keep it, and we probably bottom... I guess we bottom the Innkeeper. Feels weird, but I don't know what else to do. So, yeah, Triumph, pass. They're also going to play a Triumph and pass. All right, let's go ahead and play the Rager Verge Thicket. Go ahead and get down the Lunarch Veteran, so our creatures are going to gain us life. And then we'll follow it up with the Gilded Goose. Get a food token, gain a life. All right, so, okay, we got a Boseiju. That's probably good. So let's drop this Woodland Cemetery. That's the Wombo combo. These are good if you have your Triumphs. If you don't have your Triumphs, they kind of suck. All right, in case we collected company into our combo, we're going to go ahead and get in 1 point of damage to say we did. And then we'll follow it up with a collected company. Hopefully we find the combo. We did not find the combo. We'll grab Amalia and the Prosperous Innkeeper. We're going to gain some life. We're going to do some exploring. I do like Farewell, but I think we needed to look for our combo. Do more exploring, get some land. We already got that. We're going to hope it sticks. I guess that's it. Pass. And then the treasure token lets us have the interaction with Boseiju, temporary lockdown. Obviously that sucks, but we planned for this, all right? We learned last time that with the trigger on the stack, you respond to it, all right? We learned. Crack that with the treasure token. And they're gonna grab a Triumph, and we are still not looking too bad, honestly. Let's go ahead and get in some damage while we can. Go ahead and play this Plains. All right, this is gonna feel pretty freaking dumb, but we're gonna go ahead and create a food, and we're just immediately gonna crack it so we can do some looking. There it is. All right, cool. Probably could have waited till our opponent's end step to do that, but oh no. Okay, well, at least we have removal in hand. So actually, we're actually good. We're actually okay, because we have the means to get rid of the temporary lockdown, and we have the Wildgrowth Walker. So we're actually pretty good right now. Question is do we get lost or do we Assassin's Trophy? I guess we get lost. If somehow this doesn't go our way, we don't want them to have more lands. All right, so this is actually going to work out pretty well, except for the fact that we probably should have played the Wildgrowth Walker first. We'll leave that on top. So the annoying part about this deck and playtesting it is, obviously I haven't playtested it enough, but is that you end up roping quite a bit. You end up using quite a bit of your time having to click through whether you're leaving the cards on top or putting them into your graveyard. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Cool. That actually worked out just fine because we still had the Lunarch Veteran. Do we change anything or do we just run it back? I feel like these go for the throats really are kind of bad, but I don't know if we care to switch it up with anything unless we want more Assassin's Trophies. Guess we do that. We could add in 2 more Assassin's Trophy, go down 2 more, go for the throat. Because we haven't really seen any creatures out of their deck. We know they have some. I mean, they probably have like a Traxxas or something, but I mean, our other removal hits that as well. So it's probably good because I mean, a lot of what we need to worry about is their enchantments. Assassin's Trophy's not great against Domain because they're going to get a land. But I mean, as long as we get rid of their problematic enchantments, it's not that bad. Is this keepable? I don't think so. I mean, we're going second. I feel like we have to, though. Okay, this is actually... Oh, man, if we draw a land, this is good. All right, we keep. There's no way we're casting that Farewell anytime soon, so it's going to the bottom. All right, they're going to play a land and pass. We're going to shock in a Temple Garden and hope this Gilded Goose gets to stick around. Oh, come on, baby. Let's go. Give me some lands. All right, there's a land. And it's going to enter untapped, which feels pretty dang good. How much do we commit right now? So let's go ahead and run out the veteran. So we're going to gain life when stuff enters. I guess we run out the Wildgrowth Walker. Yeah, we have a second one in hand, so it's probably okay. We're going to gain a life. Clifftop Retreat. What does that do? Well, luckily that doesn't affect us at all because we don't have anything with mana value 4 or greater. I guess we're going to go ahead and play the Scout. See if we can find a land. That's not a land. And we can't cast it anytime soon, so it's going down. I don't even think we attack here, actually. Yeah, it feels bad, but we're just going to pass. This deck can function okay with just the 2 lands if you're have your combo. I mean, you kind of have to slow roll, but... Oh, an Elishnorn. That's kind of scary. Okay, so we did draw the Temple Garden, so I guess we're going to have to play it. So I don't think we shock it in because we're only going to have like 2 mana's worth of stuff to do. So we could get lost. I feel like the Incarnation's probably better, right? I mean, that's pretty scary. Guess we get rid of that. I mean, Elishnorn's going to be really annoying, but, we can chump block it for a turn or 2, and we can follow up with more removal if we need. I mean, it has to go because it's shutting down the combo, but okay. You giving your opponents map tokens is sometimes a problem. It is advantage. All right, they're going to swing for 2 in the air. We don't care about that. We can afford to take the 2. Okay. If it wasn't for Elishnorn, we could Prosperous Innkeeper, then follow up with the Get Lost, but we cannot do that. We will have to, well, yeah, we're just going to have to go ahead and Get Lost the Elishnorn. Unless they have, oh no. Oh, that's bad. I mean, there's not really a point in attacking, right? And then they're just going to get Elishnorn back? Oh no. Well, you know what? Domain's a good deck. If you have to lose, at least lose to a good deck. We haven't been hitting our lands either, so even if we find like our Farewells or something, even if we top deck Assassin's Trophy, we don't have our black mana either, so we're probably out of this one. Oh, Kenrith, okay, sure. What a fun animation. All right, there's a Woodland Cemetery, which will enter untapped. The problem is none of our stuff does anything with Elishnorn in play. I guess we're just gonna pass, and then on our opponent's turn, we can create a food token with the goose, but that's really all we can do. I mean, we just have to hope that we find some removal. And even then, I mean, Kenrith's just gonna give our opponents so much advantage. We kind of do have to Farewell, which is bad because we don't have the mana for it either, because otherwise Kenrith will just be able to let them get the Elishnorn back. I was tempted to block this with the goose, but I think we just take the 2, because if there's a chance that we can keep the goose and use it as a mana dork, that means we're a lot closer to Farewell. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and create a food. Go to our turn. See, we could do it if it wasn't for Elishnorn. My God. I might be missing something, but I think if we go Amalia and then we crack the food token, I think that's going to start the loop anyways, even though we don't have the ETB. Does that work? It does. We got there, boys. All right, I think we just wait until we hit a Farewell. Our opponent might have interaction here. Well, I guess it might just be Kenny. That might be what's causing them to rope. They might also just salt rope us. Oh, no! No! Ah! Well, we tried. All right, pass. That feels bad. Yeah, gaining the life off of Kenrith is actually probably going to be relevant, because even if we get to slap them in the face with Amalia, it's only going to be 20, and they'll still be alive. All right, here comes Karuga. They're going to draw an obscene amount of cards. Gosh, that's really good. Elishnorn, Mother of Machines, just makes everything better for them and worse for us. I mean, literally, we have 3 cards in hand, all of which are pretty decent cards in this deck. They don't do anything with Elishnorn out. So on one hand, it's nice that we added all this removal to the deck, but it kind of doesn't matter. I think we might just have to take this. Oh, okay, we don't care about the scout, so we can go ahead and throw it in front of Kenny just to absorb some of the damage. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, that's not great, obviously, but, we're still alive, so if we can just, still combo off, unless they get rid of Amalia. They're looking at her. Stop it! Leave her alone! We actually can still combo off on our turn, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're, okay, if we draw an untapped land, we can still combo off on our turn. That is an untapped land, boyos. All right, here we go. All right, shock in the Overgrown Tomb. Pay 2 mana to create a food token. And then we're going to go ahead and play the Wildgrowth Walker. Oh, you bastards, no! Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and crack it in response anyways, because we'll gain the life and go a card deeper. That ain't going to do it, Chief. Yeah, I mean, I think we're dead. I don't think there's a way that we can block in which whatever they're doing. Oh, yeah, and then they're just going to be able to give that haste with Kenny. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and concede. Oh, that sucked. All right, on to game 2. Hopefully we have a little bit more luck this time. I said this earlier, I'm always surprised by how good the Domain deck is. It's so slow and clunky with all the triomes and stuff, but it finds a way. Even in that last game, we had a couple times where we almost were able to combo off even with the Elishnorn, and we still weren't able to get there just because the Domain is just that resilient of a deck. All right, let's go ahead and go first. And this is, kind of the dream hand, is it not? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep. So I guess we're going to probably play the Blooming Marsh into the Gilded Goose. Okay, and we're going to get a food. Sleight of hand. Ooh, I bet this is Arclight Phoenix. So do we play out one of our combo pieces is the question. Let's just go ahead and play the other goose. We're going to slow roll it just for safety. And we'll go ahead and follow it up with the Triome. And we're just going to pass the turn. Shotgun and steam vents. Not suspicious at all. Okay, so we actually have the ability to play out our combo right now. The question is do we go for it? I think the answer is yes. I mean, they probably have the counterspell. Okay. Play out combo piece number 2. We're going to have to sack some foods to get there. Okay, all right. So if it comes back to our turn, we got it. You're going to do some milling, filling up that graveyard. Do they have they didn't hit a Phoenix, so that's good. They did get a removal piece, though, which is kind of annoying. Yep, and they're going to remove Amalia. At least against this deck, we might be able to grind him out the old-fashioned way. Maybe not, but we might be able to. I mean, they have a lot of answers and card advantage, but their main threat is just Phoenix. So if we can get in and win this before we have to really worry about Phoenix, we might have this. So we're going to go ahead and just swing with our sad little 1/3 Wildgrowth Walker. So we made this food token with the Gilded Goose. All right, they're going to go ahead and do some more milling. We made this food token with the Gilded Goose so that on our turn, whether or not we draw the land, we're going to have the mana for the Collected Company. And we have 2. So that gives us, assuming they don't have the counterspell, they're probably not going to counterspell. I don't actually think Arclight Phoenix runs that many counterspells. So that means we might be able to find Amalia. Okay, going to delve a treasure cruise. And then if something weird happens, we have the Get Lost. But again, I think their only target is really the Arclight Phoenix, in which case I'll take the 3. Sure. It's ridiculous how few lands this deck runs. Like, are they even going to follow up with another land after drawing all those cards? Are they just going to assault rope us? Like, what's happening right now? All right, there we go. Shocking it in. Not suspicious like at all. All right, there's a Boseiju. I think against this deck, we can actually just play Boseiju as a land, and then we're going to go ahead and Collected Company, see what happens. If they have the counterspell, now's the time to use it. All right, there it is, and we cannot pay the 2. Definitely sad. That's okay. And then they're going to get rid of the Walker. So this is obviously not going well for us. And maybe the Coco would have been better off used later. But, I mean, they haven't really been tapping out. All right, they're going to remove one of our geese. And then they're going to surveil. There's the Phoenix. Is that Phoenix number 1? 3 in the graveyard. Oh, no. Okay, this might be over. I think we can afford 1 turn where we don't block. Well, I think we just have to hope again that they don't have it. And we only hit 1 creature, and it's not one of our combo pieces. That's pretty bad. I guess we hold this Get Lost, and we see if we can buy ourselves another turn. But I mean, it's basically we literally have to top deck it. I guess we have other Coco, so I guess the only way we crawl out of this is top deck a Collected Company and then Collected Company into our combo, which is possible, I guess. We just went quite a few cards deep and didn't find any of the combo. They're just storming off over here. I wish you would just grape shot me and end it. All right, Treasure Cruise, sure. The problem is I feel like I have to hold on. I should have probably Get Lost the Ledger Shredder before they got all those extra cards. That's a scary card. Okay, well, see, maybe now I need to Get Lost that instead of the Ledger Shredder. All right, go to blocks. We're going to throw the Gilded Goose in front of one of the Phoenix. And then before damage, we're going to Get Lost. Bam. Chord of Calling. The problem is there's nothing we can tutor for that answers this, right? They have 11 damage on board. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna go ahead. I mean, they know what we're trying to do, but that's okay. We can conceal what little bit of information we still have in our hand. Just go to game 2. Oh man, the ley line of the void would be so funny. We gotta try that. That might be funny. We'll add 2 farewells, I guess. So what do we go down? So the ley line of the void is gonna turn off our return to the ring, so maybe we cut that. Go for the throat is definitely less good, so we could probably go down 1. I'll cut the Chord of Callings. I feel like I always cut the Chord of Callings. It's kind of slow. I probably gotta go for the throat. Yeah, all right. This is probably not terrible, right? Yeah, it's probably not. Yeah, sure. We'll find out. Our opponent is taking all of their time to sideboard. I don't even know what Phoenix sideboard looks like. All right, here we go. I guess they're probably bringing in counter spells. All right, give us a ley line of the void. We will go first. There's no ley line of the void. We have a pretty close to winning hand though, but still no ley line. This is maybe better though, so I guess we keep this. Yeah, I guess we keep this. We're gonna bottom one of the Lunarch veterans. All right, we're gonna Indoth the Triumph go. See, the reason you sideboard in all of your ley lines is so that you can cheat it in for free, but you know, obviously that isn't always gonna work. Let's Woodland Cemetery follow up with a Prosperous Innkeeper. And they're going to opt. Bottom and draw. We're going to get a treasure token. We're going to pass. We don't need to play out one of our 1-drops yet. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and play this Field of Ruin. Let's go ahead and get in for a chip of damage. Don't do this at home, kids, but we're going to cycle away the Triumph and draw our combo piece. Not a combo piece. There's the ley line. Jesus. We're going to pass the turn. I guess we can drop ley line on our turn. All right, they're going to do some looting. Just pitch away a couple lands. So they didn't find there's no Phoenix in the graveyard. Yep, no. Ledger Shredder, good card. And they're going to get rid of our Innkeeper. That's annoying, but allowed. And they're tapped out, so they're not going to have the counter for the ley line. And then, okay, there's the combo. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and play the ley line because I don't think they're going to have an answer to it. So I think that's going to buy us enough time to get the combo going. We missed a land drop, so we're going to need an extra turn, but we have all the pieces we need in hand. Treasure Cruise, sure. Growing the Ledger Shredder. Okay, there's a land. Go ahead and play that forest. The problem is we don't have any way to start the loop once it's in play, so I think we have to slow roll this and just play out the Lunarch Veteran. We've slowed them down a lot with this ley line of the void, so I think we're just going to hold off. Let's see if we get there. Oh, well, that's sad. Okay, well, that's sad. Kind of makes me wish we had... Oh, what's that? Okay, we'll grow the Ledger Shredder. 3/3 ETB Scry 2, Flying Prowess. That seems kind of good. Okay, they put one on top, one on the bottom. They got the land. This is kind of wasteful, but we're going to go ahead and just blow up one of their lands with the Field of Ruin. I don't think this matters, but it's deck thinning. We'll grab the plains because we need a second white source, I think. And they're going to smack us for 4. All right, and there's a land. So Woodland Cemetery, they do have mana up. I feel like we have to go for it. So yeah, so we're going to go Wildgrowth Walker. Don't counter it. Going to play Amalia. They're going to grow the Ledger Shredder. Not going to matter if this resolves. Drew a card. Pitch a land. No. Frick. Well, that sucks. I guess we're going to play out the Scout anyways. Potentially go a card deeper in the deck. There's a land. All right. There's Phoenix. Smack us for a bunch. So we have to do it now. We have to do it right now. That ain't gonna do it, Chief. We're just gonna cycle the Triome. There's a Growth Walker, except it's not gonna matter because we can't start the loop. Send a message with the 3 points of damage, and we concede. We got pretty close there. This suboptimal land base has really come back to bite us in the butt. Oh, but this hand make me a believer. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep this. We have one of the enablers. We got decent lands here. Go ahead and just drop the Triome, get our fixing. And then we have a Court of Calling, which we should be able to go find our other combo piece. So, oh, come on. This is what I get for being excited. All right, yeah, they're going to make us get rid of our Lunarch Veteran. That's actually okay, I think. So we'll go ahead and drop the Woodland Cemetery. I guess we're going to go ahead and just run out the backside of the Veteran. Just because then if we start playing out our combo pieces and they decide to get rid of them or whatever, then at least we have a little bit of something else going on here. What's this? ETB, draw a card, lose a life, sure. I like how we have format all-star Thoughtseize followed up by this 1/1 no one's ever seen. The Mutavault's kind of scary. So let's play the Field of Ruin. I wonder if they're going to turn on the Mutavault. I guess we got time. We don't need to worry about it this second. So we can go ahead and probably run out Amalia. I mean, they might have the removal, but I think it's a risk we have to take. Let's go ahead and get in for 1. And the word to pay 3 life for Amalia is, you know, I mean, if you see the combo and you have the way to get rid of the combo, do it. But it adds up if you have to do that a couple times in the game. Okay, yep. They're going to Fatal Push. Sure. Annoying, but understandable. That's the thing. I remember people being really excited about this combo, but it's so easy to disassemble. It's just a bunch of puny creatures that die to everything. So this is going to seem really lame, but we're actually just going to go ahead and pop this Field of Ruin and get rid of the Mutavault. That's why we're running the Field of Ruins, so we can get rid of those stupid, those stupid creature lands. Go ahead and get in a chip of damage. We probably should hold on to these scouts, but we're going to do a little bit of... We're going to run out this first one, see what we hit. Got to land. Might as well run out the second one, see what happens. So Shock in an Overgrown Tomb. Run out the other scout. It's a scout, so we're going to Graveyard. Boom. Felt bad to run out our enablers like that. However, we needed to start digging through our deck. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. Gonna get a vampire. That's scary. That's pretty good. All right, well, Gilded Goose is not going to save our butts. So let's play the Swamp, play the Gilded Goose. Do you guys play these Kamigawa full arts? They've had this weird, like, blacking out of the mana symbols for me the last couple days. It's been really annoying, actually. I guess we can at least get in with our flyer to take out the Sorin. So we might as well do that. Then I guess we see if we can get Amalia. I mean, we tutor up Amalia, right? Like, that's probably better than tutoring up the Walker. That might not be true, but that's what we're going to do anyways. Another Sorin, sure. See, we keep doing this, and eventually they're just going to have to kill themselves if they want to get rid of Amalia. Okay, well, now we just have a bunch of lands in hand, so that doesn't feel great. I mean, they're going to be able to kill most of our board, but we need to try to get rid of Sorin, so... Oh, no, 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 no! I'm mad. Oh, man, I'm mad. Obviously, I was not supposed to attack with the goose. See, there's just little things like that. Sure, go for it. We didn't even play a land. See, I'm so flabbergasted that I accidentally attacked the goose that I didn't even play one of the lands. That's terrifying. Got friggin' Galta. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really know what to do as far as sideboarding goes for this matchup. Okay, so there's a Lunark veteran. It's not that helpful. I guess first things first, don't attack with the goose, boys and girls. Just the phantom. I'm so mad at myself. So moronic. The thing is we're basically dead. I mean, Galta's freaking huge, so let's just go ahead and go to game 2, see what we can do as far as sideboarding goes. So they had a little bit of reanimation going on, so that makes me wonder if I should bring in the Ley Line of the Voids, but we could probably take in a couple Farewells. Well, not to be same old, but I guess we cut the Court of Callings. I don't know. It might be a mistake to be cutting the Court of Callings. I mean, I could be completely wrong for doing that. I don't know what else to cut. They're just playing fair creatures, basically. I guess we cut one of the scouts. I don't know. I really, I'm not sure. This matchup is just, it's fair, and our sideboard is not made to do anything about it. I guess the Farewell is nice. Just if they get a handful of creatures, then we can hopefully clear some of them out of there. All right, so yeah, we're definitely gonna play first. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. All right, we're gonna mulligan. This might be worse. I guess we keep, and I guess we put a land to the bottom right, because I mean the Farewell 6 mana, so it's gonna take us a while to get there, but we'd rather have it than not have it, you know. So let's bottom the Woodland Cemetery. All right, play a Temple Garden. Don't need to pay the life. No reason to bluff. All right, I think we keep the slow train a move in. Play Boseiju. Dark Legion Zealot. Okay, we got a Coco. That's pretty good. Let's actually just play the Sunpetal Grove and pass. Leave up mana for this Get Lost in case we need to remove something. Next turn we'll have the mana for the Collected Company, and then hopefully we can just find the combo with Collected Company, and if not, we at least have a walker in hand. Oh, that sucks. They're probably going to make us get rid of Collected Company. Yep. Smart. Oh, hey, I like that card. I think one of the decks I'm going to build for this series is Jund Adventures. I'm kind of excited for it, if I'm being honest. Field of Ruin, Wildgrowth Walker. Follow it up with the Scout, get some exploring, which will gain us some life. That's not our combo piece, so we're going to put it to our graveyard. And we pass. There's Sorin again. Oh, there's Galta. Man, that card kind of slaps. All right, so we put the Walker in front of Mosswood Dread Knight and the Scout in front of the Legion, and we'll take the 3 from the token. That's probably okay. All right, find a land. Guess we better just play the land because we're probably going to need this Farewell. Let's go ahead and get lost, get rid of Galta. Then we can just swing in and kill Sorin that way. So send 2 damage here, and then 2 upstairs. Pass the turn. I like this token art, Triceratops, with the Phyrexian machine in the background. Yeah, I mean, these map tokens are kind of sad when they get to buff our opponent's creatures, but, you know, 2 mana removal and white. It's flexible. I do like Get Lost. Oh no, let me know what you think in the comments, because I feel like Get Lost we could run 1 or 2 more in the deck, but maybe 2's right. Okay, so here's the problem. We drew the second combo piece, but we don't have a way to start the loop. The question is do we run it out or not? I guess we do, right? I mean, they probably can get rid of it. Pass. We can get rid of one of these Mutavolts with our Field of Ruin if we need to. And yep, they're coming for Amalia again. What a situational card. That's so dumb. Okay. Gonna get a 3/3. So here's the thing. If we can pull into... I should have waited till end step, because now they can use that 1 mana. I think that's going to be the hardest thing about doing this series, is I don't really have all that much time to playtest and make sure that everything's functional. Just because there's like minor things that I'll mess up that I shouldn't mess up. All right, to send a message, we're going to swing out on face for 4. They're going to block 2 of it, kill our Scout. We're going to get in for 2. How ballsy are we feeling? Every time I end up in this position, I'm so tempted to cycle away the Triome. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. We're here for content. All right, we're here to put the combo together. That ain't it, Chief. But if it survives back to our turn again, it will help us cast this Farewell. All right, they're going to sack a creature and find it basic. Oh. That's pretty cool. All right, we'll take the 4 from their token. You got 2/3. What a good, fair deck. Okay, this actually might do it. Return to the ranks, because we have Amalia in our graveyard, and then we can just bring back Prosperous Innkeeper as well to start the loop. Well, boys, they ain't got black mana up, so they probably can't remove our creatures, so I guess we go for it. Where X equals 2, we're gonna grab Amalia and Prosperous Innkeeper and start the loop. All right, bottom that. Gonna grow the walker. Collected company. I think we actually leave the collected company on top. Oh, they're gonna scoop. Sweet. That means they probably didn't have the removal in hand. Okay, so what is wrong with what we're doing here? Maybe we don't need 3 Farewells. We can go down 1. They have so much removal is the problem. So maybe the Goose is too slow. So maybe we can go down a Goose. Maybe we add in 2 Assassin's Trophies in case we need more removal. Maybe we call that good. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can finally pull out a pull out a win on this best 2 of 3. All right, this hand is kind of bad. I mean, we have some removal, we have an enabler, we have 2 lands. Oh, man. All right, we're going to mulligan. This is significantly worse. Guys, I should have kept that first hand. All right, keeping this. I mean, there's no way we win now. I mean, we just threw it away. Bottom the Assassin's Trophy in the Field of Ruin, and we lose the game. It's so hard to win when you mull down to 5. All right, chalk in a Temple Garden, run out the Lunarch Veteran, go. Sure, gonna Fatal Push it. Get in for 1. Oh, but they kept a 1 land hand too, so maybe, maybe we can still get there? Woodland Cemetery, Prosperous Innkeeper, ETB make a treasure token. Let's see if we can squeak it out, boys. Oh! Yes. I mean, it definitely feels cheap. Like, that doesn't feel like a real win, but we'll count it. All right, going into game 4, we are 1-2 right now, so not great. But we've had a couple sketchy hands. I've misclicked a lot. It really is the suboptimal land base. Like I've said this a few times now, but like if you are going to build this deck, whether it's for Explorer, whether it's for Pioneer, don't use the land base I'm using. Just spend the wild cards or spend the money to actually get a land base that's going to be a little faster, because I feel like that's most of why we've lost. This actually looks pretty good. Got a couple lands, and we're gonna have our mana fixed and enabler. Got a combo piece. It's pretty good. I guess we run out the Triumph just to fix our mana. And then if we run into some of those check lands, then should be good there. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal. We might be playing against Phoenix again. Let's go Blooming Marsh into a... Do we have Prosperous Innkeeper or Goose? Probably Goose. And then we pass. We'll hold on to the Scout. The Scout will turn on the combo if they start getting rid of our stuff. I guess we run out the Innkeeper. I'm not really sure. Make a treasure token and pass. We could run out the other Goose, but I don't think we need to. Okay, Fable of the Mirrorbreaker is a very good Magic the Gathering card. We are going to go ahead and just get rid of it now because we hate it. We don't want it flipping. We don't want them getting the card advantage. They still do get the Gobby, which is too bad. Okay, so, but now we don't have the mana for our combo now that we have it. So we'll run out the Goose. Okay, so assuming the Prosperous Innkeeper gets to stick, we actually combo off. So I think we're going to go ahead and run out the Scout and see if we hit a land. Gain a life. Explore. There's a land. Sweet. So we actually should be able to combo on our turn. We'll see. The upside of playing against is that they don't play Thoughtseize. Another Fable. The upside also against this deck, if they don't have the counterspell, their burn pieces aren't usually going to be enough. So we actually, I wonder if we block. We're at 22 and we're going to gain a bajillion life, assuming our combo works. We don't care if we take the 2. All right, there's a scout. So assuming they don't have the counterspell, we combo off here. Amalia, run it out. Draw a land. Woodland Cemetery. Wildgrowth Walker. We got the combo. Do they have the answer? They do not. Sweet. This is going to be kind of greedy, but we're going to throw away the combo piece into the graveyard. Either leave a Coco on top, or I feel like Collected Company is usually the best card to leave on top. See this dream situation where we're ending up with like 1 trillion lands in hand? That's when you start thinking like, maybe I should just cycle away the triomes. Oh, here we go. You know what? We're gonna leave the Walker on top now, because now we have 1 in the graveyard. We're about to send another one to the graveyard. We need to keep this one on top just in case. Gives us a little bit better ability to rebuild. Probably not as good as Collected Company or Return of the Ranks, I think is what it's called, the white one that gets it back from our graveyard. Probably not as good, but at least we're guaranteed that next draw. It really, this on Arena, this takes so many clicks. It's kind of annoying. All right. So, do your worst, opponent. Oh, it's a World Spine Worm. So it's not Phoenix. It's something worse. What are they impulsing for? I mean, they don't have anything that saves them, do they? No? Still digging? Go to game 2? Pretty please? Yeah, boy. All right, let's go to game 2. I think we just bring in a couple Assassin trophies. So let's go down a Court of Calling and a Goose. Maybe that's actually good enough. There's an argument that we add this 3rd one in. It's just this deck is actually pretty tight. We'll cut a Scout and add in this last Assassin's Trophy and run it like that. So the reason I'm adding the Assassin's Trophies, they are playing creativity. So if you just blow up the thing that they target, it fizzles it, and they will often just concede. This is actually pretty good. We have 2 lands, we have our combo, and we have a Coco in case they have answers. So doesn't get much better than that. The only thing that would make it better is if we had an enabler, but we'll get there. So try on pass. That's an enabler. Do we run it out now or next turn? We can run it now. We can run it now. It's fine. If they answer it, it's not the end of the world. Play the Woodland Cemetery, pass. Okay, they're gonna go ahead and get rid of it. That's okay. Oh, it goes to exile? Rude. All right, there's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I think we're actually going to slow roll with this Triome. We can leave mana up for Go for the Throat. Do we just get rid of the token? This feels bad. We're just going to get rid of the Goblin token. Makes it harder for them to get to creativity. All right, Sun Petal Grove. And I think we're just going to play out the combo. Hope they don't have answers for both. And if they do, we still have Amalia and... Okay, they're going to get rid of the Walker. Not the end of the world. So Amalia resolves. We have a backup one in hand in case they have the answer for it. And then we have Collected Company in hand. So, except they're going to get rid of her as well. Rude. Okay, and Kiki Jiki flips. They left a card on top with the Scry land. Little sus. So let's Collected Company. Please don't have the counterspell. There's another Amalia and a Prosperous Innkeeper. So let's grab those. We're gonna gain a life and get a treasure token. Okay, they're gonna get rid of the Prosperous Innkeeper. It is an enabler, so not the worst decision. We're gonna have a tapped land anyways. They know about this land, we'll play it. Maybe could have shocked it in, so we had mana up for Assassin's Trophy, but I don't think they can combo this turn anytime soon. Okay, got rid of them all. Well, good thing we still have one in hand. Gonna hit us for 2, go to down to 19. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, well we have removal.deck. We're gonna play out the Blooming Marsh and pass. So the thing now is, now we really can afford to just slow roll, hold our combo pieces in hand, because we need to just wait until we find what we need. I probably could just get rid of the Reflections of Kiki Jiki, but I don't think I need to yet, so we're going to go ahead and just play a land and pass. They're gonna go to combat. I'm tired of taking 2. We're gonna get rid of this. They're gonna grab a mountain, go to our turn. Okay, we got a scout. I guess we're gonna go ahead and just play it and go a card deeper into our deck. There's a land. Just play the land and pass. So I feel like at this point, we might just be able to grind them out. Okay, so we draw, go for the throat. So we got plenty of removal. Hit them for 1. All right, so this game will be over in 16 more turns when we keep hitting them for 1. Big score. That's a good card. So the thing with creativity is they need these tokens. What's nice, though, is if they try using them for creativity, we can Assassin's Trophy them. Now we have all the mana. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, so I think this is the game plan. We're just going to keep hitting them for 1. We'll get there in another 15 turns. We have the removal to hold them off for at least a little while. Then what, are they passing? Yeah, they're going back to our turn. Sweet. Woodland Cemetery. Attack you for 1. All right, 14 more turns to go. Let's go. Okay, Impulse. Card from the top 4. There's another Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Again, I hate to do this, but I feel like we need to go for the throat, the goblin, keep them off of their tokens. It feels dumb, but then we also can keep the clock on them with our 1/1 if they don't have a blocker. Get in for 1. Oh yeah, we're gonna win this game. Gilded Goose. Create a food token. Pass. Alright, they're gonna get the card advantage from Fable. We could blow it up, but honestly, I think we just need to hold on to our removal in case they are somehow able to get ahead of us on assembling their combo. Because they're trying to get the worm into play. And then we're kind of screwed. Alright, land. Go to combat. Hit you for 1. 12 more turns to go, baby. Pass the turn. What's kind of funny is that if this is how the game keeps going for a while, we're going to be able to keep making more food tokens with the goose and just gain so much life that we're just going to be arbitrarily safe. Create a food. I don't think we can ever gain enough to be safe from the worm, but we can dream. There's Collected Company. I think we frickin' go for it. I haven't really seen any counter spells out of them. I mean, if they have a counter spell, they're going to use it now, right? Oh, they don't have it. But we don't find what we need. Dang. Okay, cool. We're going to gain a life and get another food token, so that's at least something. Okay, and they're going to get rid of our veteran. Rude. I guess we passed the turn. I mean, we could be playing out. We could play out Amalia, gain some life with one of the tokens, go deeper into our deck. But they probably have the removal. All right, let's go ahead and make another food token because we can. Go to our turn. There's a scout. Yeah, let's go ahead and just run out the scout to go 1 deeper into our deck. And then if it gets the counter, then it trades with Kiki Jiki. There's Get Lost. Well, that's a cool card, but it's not a combo piece, so we're going to get rid of it. And we're just going to go ahead and pass. Our opponent does have a full 7 cards in hand. They've got to have the answers. Okay, they're going to get rid of our scout because they don't want us trading with Kiki Jiki. Understandable, understandable. It would not seem like a fair trade if you asked me. Not going to attack anyways. Cool, 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 cool. We're going to go ahead and make more food tokens. Go to our turn. Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay, well, at least that's a good magic card. I'm going to get a treasure token. I mean, I guess we pass again. This is the dumbest, grindiest game I've played with this deck yet. And it's not really worth firing off and getting rid of the Kiki Jiki, because otherwise we could keep up the hitting him for 1 plan. Okay, big score. That is kind of scary. We do still have removal in our hand, so I think we're going to be fine. All right, they're just passing back to us. We're going to make more foods because we can. This is hilarious. This is this is the most impressive showing of Gilded Goose I've ever seen in my life. It's going to be really sad if we still lose this game. We have 1 less card in our deck than our opponent, or 1 more, I should say. So I guess we might come down to just milling. All right, Scout, run it out. See if we can find a card that helps us. It's a veteran. No, graveyard. We'll go ahead and cast it from our graveyard on its backside, though. Gonna gain a life. We're gonna pass the turn. Big score, sure. I kind of wonder if we need to be, when we have the mana, start cracking these foods so that if they get the worm down, there's some minuscule chance that we are okay. All right, so there is Indomitable Creativity. So we're gonna go ahead and Assassin's Trophy. And if they have a counter spell, then we're screwed. Okay, so we hit the treasure token. We might have crashed Arena. Uh-oh. We're gonna win! Go back!
One eternity later.
Gonna boot it back up, but I think it's too late. So I think it either registered as we won because our opponent scooped, or oh, it's putting us back in. I have no idea what's gonna happen when we come back. Oh, that's bad. I thought, okay, so yeah, that obviously did not work. All right. Oh, okay, so yeah, the game got so far ahead that now we can't interact. We're gonna attempt to get rid of one of the whole breaker horrors, but I think it's too late. Turn target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, sure. We're just gonna sack that, gain some life. We just gotta grind him out. All right, we're gonna lose the Phantom. Swinging in with the Kraken. It didn't even give us the option. Plains. I mean, do we try go for the throat again? They don't have that much mana, so I guess we try. I mean, they're going to have the spell. They're going to be able to just bounce it back, but... Okay, sure. What? How rude. Sure. Why the heck not? They're tapped out. I say we freaking go for it at this point. We Amalia. We can crack some foods to go digging because we're gonna gain this life, which is gonna trigger Amalia, which is gonna let us explore. So if we find a here, they do still have 4 treasures. So I mean, they might still have the answer, but we're gonna try. That's a land. We already played a land this turn, so that doesn't help us much. Go again. That's a Wildgrowth Walker, so we just need to get that into our hand somehow. Go to combat. Hit him for 3. We're probably doomed, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. If they had an answer to Amalia, I think they would have used it because they have 4 treasure tokens. Unless they have another creativity in hand. Brotherhood End. Man. All right, here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna feel dumb. We're going to try to get Amalia to get another counter so it survives the Brotherhood End, which means we have to put the walker into our graveyard. Then it at least survives. I definitely should have used my geese, so never trust the auto tapper. All right. You know what? If you are that determined, go for it, man. We're gonna do this one more time. See what's on top. It's another land. Okay. Amalia down. I mean, there's quite a few ways that they can just kill us now. Okay, but they don't. So, run out a goose. Gonna get a food. Field of Ruin. They don't have any problematic lands, but I think we're actually gonna go ahead and pop this just so that we can do some deck thinning. I know it like kind of doesn't. Oh, come on. Doesn't matter what we're grabbing. I guess we're gonna pass. We're obviously not looking great, but could be worse. No blocks. That ain't it, Chief. Cycle that baddie away. That's our last Amalia. Go ahead and play the Temple Garden. Not gonna take the life. I guess we pass. I mean, the 7/8 is a real clock, so... Alright, throw the goose in front of the Kraken. Before damage. Make a food. Buys us some time. I'm gonna go ahead and crack 1 or 2 of these just to have a little bit more life. Need to leave a couple of them just in case, but we might as well just have a little bit of extra life while we have the mana now. Lunarch Veteran, sure. I don't see a world in which we survive this. We just have to go for it. It feels really bad, but I don't know what else to do. Trigger Amalia with the Lunarch Veteran, Explore. Okay, it's an assassin's trophy. That is not a combo piece. Or help us get our combo pieces back. Cracket food. Go again. That is a combo piece. I guess we leave it there, and we are not gonna make it. The likelihood that their whole hand, yeah, there you go. That's what I was gonna say. There's no way, because unless their hand is like entirely lands, I don't actually see how we get out of this. Unless we just keep making them target Amalia and they kill themselves. That would only have to happen 2 more times. That is, hilariously enough, actually probably our best move. This is also our last Amalia, so unless we get one of our recursion pieces, we're also kind of screwed there. We're at 31, so we can afford to take the 7, go to our turn. We're definitely screwed. Backside of Lunarch Veteran, so if they start bouncing our stuff, we can at least gain a little bit of life along the way. Wildgrowth Walker. Okay. Amalia. Oh, yep, they gonna respond. Oh no! Oh, that's bad. Well, we can pay the 2, so we pay the 2. Might have just been a ploy to slow us down. Okay, they got... Yeah, come on. All right, you want to target our token? Fine, we're going to crack it. Gain some life. Trigger Amalia. It's a land. All right. Please resolve. Okay. Land. They are tapped. Well, they have the 3 treasures, so there's a chance that they still got us here, but we're going to see. Wow. Okay. Court of Calling. No. I think the Return of the Ranks is the only card we will leave on top. Okay, there's Return to the Ranks, so we're going to leave that on top. And we are just going to hope that this is somehow enough. I mean, if they had a way to stop it, they would have at this point. And they are down to 6 life, so if they go to remove Amalia anyways, boom, we got it there. We got there. All right, going into game 5, and we are 2-2. That feels pretty okay to me, especially with the suboptimal land base. We grinding, baby, we grinding. I'm honestly so glad that we won that last game. It was one of the longest games of Magic I've ever played. It was miserable. I just wanted something satisfying to happen. Okay, we won the coin flip. We're gonna go first. This is not that bad. We got some lands, we got a piece of removal, we got an enabler, we have a combo piece. Seems okay. We'll keep it. We don't have any white mana for this Return to the Ranks, but we're not going to need it for a while anyways, but it is kind of nice to have it just in case we need it later. Blooming Marsh. Okay. We are also going to play our own Blooming Marsh and follow it up with a Prosperous Innkeeper and pass. So this says Menace. If you descend it this turn, you put a counter on it. That actually is probably going to get out of hand kind of fast. I think we probably hold on to the Go for the Throat, though. Stitcher Supplier. Okay, that counts as descending. We can't block. We take the 1. Okay, so we're going to sack the treasure token, play out the Lunarch Veteran, gain a life. Feels a little dumb, but that's where we're at. Play the Triumph. We got our mana. We can probably afford to run out the Wildgrowth Walker. I think that's okay. Gain a couple life. We'll pass. They don't mind blocking with the Stitcher Supplier. The Hive of the Eye Tyrant is kind of scary, so if we draw into one of our Field of Ruins, that would be kind of sweet, especially because Hive of the Eye Tyrant will exile our combo piece from our graveyard, and then this Return to the Ranks does nothing. Are they roping? Did they not find a 3rd land? Did they need a 3rd land and they didn't find it? That would be funny. Oh, no, they had it. Okay. Satyr Wayfinder. Okay, what did they... Okay. Alright, yeah, sure. Let's take a look at their deck a little more. Okay. They do have a Shieldred. That's a scary card. Let's run out the Scout. Gonna gain a couple life. It explores. Put a counter on the Walker. Play Forest. Oddly enough, I think we're gonna pass. Sack a Fabled Passage, sure. I don't really know what they're doing. Some kind of graveyard shenanigans. It could be some kind of Reanimator deck. Unless they're just really trying to... Ooh, that's a card. I ain't got no removal in hand for that. So this is definitely a Leyline of the Void matchup. Each player discards a card. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and discard probably the return to the ranks. Yeah, because we don't have double white anyways. We don't have anything in our graveyard. It just doesn't do anything. All right, another Stitcher Supplier. Sure. Okay. I guess we could channel the Boseiju to get rid of the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I think we get rid of this guy just because he's getting big, and if we get rid of him, we can start chipping away at Liliana. All right, land. Boom. Yeah, we'll channel this, get rid of that. All right, and we are gonna swing out on Liliana. We're probably gonna lose some stuff. It's probably okay. We just really want her gone. Okay, yeah, we're gonna lose everything except the Walker, but they're also gonna have no board. So, okay, yeah, and they're gonna mill a bunch more cards. That is kind of scary because they are some kind of graveyard deck. We'll go ahead and play out the Phantom. Grizzly Salvage, sure. All right, yeah, what do we got here? Okay, and then they just milled a bunch more. Yep. Fiend Art. Ooh, okay, that's a scary card. It's a cool animation. I miss doing animations. Yeah, that 2-mana 12/12 is kind of awesome. We draw the Get Lost, and I guess we're gonna Get Lost the Fiend Artisan, and then we're gonna get rid of Liliana. They are kind of a creature deck, so giving them the maps is not super fun. However, I feel like that's the right decision. Ooh, Amalia. Okay, cool. Well, let's just run it out. Hopefully they don't have removal. We don't have an enabler, but I mean, at this point, we might as well start gaining some chips of damage. And then if we find an enabler, then we're good. And they're just gonna rope us. Hello? Do something, please. Ah, boo. Boo. All right, fine. Well, you know what you get for that? Taking 3 to the face. Stitcher Supplier, sure. Mill 3. Are you gonna grow your Stitcher Supplier with those maps? It is card advantage. There's another Shieldred. How many Shieldreds are in the graveyard now? Just the 2, I think? Ooh, that's a good card. All right, other map. Stitcher Supplier is now still a 2/2. They found their land drop, though. Okay, there's another Amalia. Let's go ahead and swing in for 3. We're just going to grind them out, baby. Bam. Amalia. Let's go. Okay, so now we just need to start the loop. All right, they just play a land. Fine. Okay, Cling to Dust. Hitting our Get Lost, which means they're going to get to draw a card. Okay. Oh, come on. Target player sacks a creature. Well, I guess the one that's not my combo piece. All right. Oh, well, that's not going to start the combo, but yep. I think we give them the choice. They keep their creature or they keep their Liliana. All right, they choose to keep the Liliana. We have no cards in hand, so if they want to uptick Liliana, not that big of a deal to me. They're down to 11 cards. I wonder if there's a world where they just mill out. Okay, Deathrite Shaman. It's a good card. I mean, are they just going to escape their spell again? I mean, they don't really have anything else to do. Yep, there they go. Hit the go for the throat. Exile some cards. They're going to draw a card. Play a land. Nice. That is possibly the best outcome we could have had. All right, cool. We don't give them the choice. Liliana, go bye-bye. You know what? That was really moronic, because we can cycle away this Triome, and if we cycle into one of our enablers, no, it's not an enabler, so we play a land and pass. Okay. That would have been really catastrophic, because if we found our enabler, we could have wiped the board and killed him. But we didn't, so problem solved. Okay, Fiend Artisan is a terrifying magic card. It's a 16/16, so we need to find an enabler now? We have like 2 turns. We have yeah, they hit us twice, we're dead. All right, Cling to Dust. Hitting a land. They're going to draw a card. They only have 8 cards left in their deck. All right, they're leaving Deathrite Shaman up. That is actually going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going to get to crack a food that this goose makes, and we golden. Unless that one card in their hand is removal, in which case this was all for naught. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, they're going to rope us? Saltine. All right. Here we go. They are slow rolling. All right, here we go. Not a combo piece. There's another land. We're just gonna keep throwing stuff into the graveyard. I don't understand why they have a timer going. All right, cool. Game 2. So I feel like this has to be a bring in Leyline of the Void kind of game. The question is do we want these farewells? Maybe 2. So what do we go down? This is maybe unpopular. I'm just not that impressed with Court of Calling. I'm just not. Leyline. Oh, there they go. Bye-bye. All right, guys, that was pretty fun. Let's talk just a smidge about the deck. So like I said, this land base is not fully optimized. You should probably have at least one more Blooming Marsh in here. Probably should have at least one more Razor Verge Thicket in here. But other than that, the deck runs okay. This might just be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not that impressed with Court of Calling. I know. It's a tutor. It has Convoke, so if you have a couple creatures, it's pretty easy. I know. I hear you. I'm just saying that it's just not that impressive to me. It always fails expectation. Maybe that's because I always sideboard it out. So maybe it's a me problem. And then we never had a time where we brought in these Gaia's Blessings from our sideboard. So maybe it's not worth having them in there. Maybe it's worth having something else in that sideboard slot. So let me know in the comments. I didn't really look at like what the popular sideboard cards were for this deck. I just was like, well, this makes sense to me. We did go 3-2, which is nice, except for the fact that I feel like at least one of those wins was iffy. That last one, kind of iffy. But I feel like we probably had them anyways, especially if we ended up with one of those Leyline of the Voids in play. We probably had them. So overall, I think this deck is pretty fun. I will say that this combo is pretty fragile. Both of the creatures, they die to basically everything. And Amalia does have the ward to pay 3 life, but like if they're gonna lose, they're gonna pay the ward. It is what it is. So as fun as this deck is, I don't know. I don't think this is a deck that if I'm going to, there are starting to have some Pioneer tournaments in my local area in paper, and I'm thinking about building a deck and getting into that, but I don't think this is the deck I'm going to play. It's a pretty fair, just creature, mid-rangey, but kind of combo deck, and it's kind of fun, but it's not super consistent. I think I'd rather just play something that I can just edge them out with skill over luck. I feel like so many of the games we win or lose with this deck come down to luck. And that's just not personally how I like to play. Now, granted, I obviously did some misclicks and stuff because this is a pretty new deck to me. Obviously, skill issue there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing this deck in action, as now that people have been talking about it quite a bit for the last couple months. Like I said, we're going to be doing a arena gameplay at least once a month going forward on Mondays. So let me know in the comments if there's specific decks or specific formats you want to see. I have a couple ideas brewing in the back of my head, a couple decks I'm working on, but I am totally open to suggestions. I would play whatever you guys want me to play, explore, standard, timeless, just let me know, and I will see you guys next time.